After nearly half a year exploring options, Subway has finally agreed to be acquired by private equity firm Roark Capital Group, a firm which owns a number of other recognizable brands, including Arby's, Auntie Anne's, Buffalo Wild Wings, Carvel, and Sonic here. And for Subway, this has come after exploring some of the options, of course, Roark Capital Group, and some of the other brands that it had acquired, really rounding out what some could kind of annex to the shopping center or the shopping mall type of names here. But I think in what the reinvention of Subway will look like from here, I would imagine that they look across the portfolio and figure out what capacity Subways actually need to operate in and how it can even kind of trim some of the expenses that Subway has at this point.
There are a lot of Subways.
Yes.
According to the Wall Street Journal, domestically, almost 21,000 locations. Globally, around 37,000. But again, according to data cited by the Journal, the global sales for Subway peaked back in 2012 at $18 billion here. So you could see where a private equity firm would want to come in, make some changes, try to maximize profit, get it back to at least some semblance of that prior peak. So, you know, it's interesting. There was quite a bidding war for Subway to get a hold of it. And I guess it makes sense when you're looking at these other food chains that Roark owns that, you know, maybe there are some synergies that could potentially be available. Subway, by the way, it has all those locations. I don't think it owns any of them, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're all franchised, but I'm not entirely certain about that. I know it is mostly franchised versus some other fast food chains that are out there.
Yeah, Roark must not have tried the tuna sandwich before they made this acquisition. But regardless of that, Roark private equity firm, $37 billion in AUM assets under management there. Also,
maybe they tried it and they were like, there's only upside from here.
Possibly. Yeah.
Couldn't be any worse. Maybe it could be a lot better.
It could be so much better. And the legal, of course, component of it, whether or not it could be able to actually be called tuna, that for a different conversation. And we'll see what Roark does to change that. Hopefully something. The transaction, though, they're saying reflects Subway's long-term growth potential, substantial value of the brand, franchisees around the world. That coming from the CEO of Subway.